The chair's a little low.
These tables, not like
Take
this
your
one.
chair and spin it the opposite direction. So it brings it back up.
I'll just put it straight. I'm in a hole.
What happened to your seat?
I don't know.
Spun the wrong way. Turn it.
Probably.
Turn it that way. Should come up.
I should get up in the world, right?
There it comes. See?
Is it coming up?
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Till it stops.
Yeah. I'm trying to get up in the world.
See if that helps.
No?
No? There's a little lever, I think, underneath there.
That's all right. I'll just...
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I should. I'll show you.
What?
Yeah, right there. Doesn't have one of those levers.
Okay.
Be sure.
Are we ready?
Change?
I think so.
Call the meeting to order. Would everyone please rise and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all right.
Killboy.
Yep, can we have roll call?
Counselor Hartranft,
Here.
Counselor Conley,
Here.
and Counselor Lockwood,
Here.
Counselor Sprague,
Here.
Supervisor.
Here.
Okay. Congratulations to the legislators Kim Seeger and Carl Rusaw, Supervisor Dennis Lockwood, Town Board members Gregory Hart-Ranef, Kevin Connolly, Town Clerk Barbara McEwen, Judge Pat Kerfing, Tax Collector Jim Ridgway, and Highway Superintendent Ray Panaski Sr. on the winning of the general election. Get with the monkey.
Okay, we'll go right into the public hearing number 1, and that'll be on a fireman's contract. Call the meeting to order and dispense with roll call. We'll open the floor for any comment on that.
The thing I want to know is whether the gentleman won't be embarrassed this year to say anything, but last year at the preliminary budget, you threw an extra amount into the fireman contract without informing the board. Are you going to do that again this year so they'll be a little bit prepared before they vote on it?
I'm not sure I heard what you said, though.
I'd say that last year at the preliminary budget, after it was approved, you went to regular meeting, and when you went for the resolution to pass, you increased the amount to the fire department, which is okay, but you didn't tell the other board members, and one of them up there would look at you like, wow. You know, never even trust you or nothing. I just wanted to, if you prepare them this time for it or not, or is this the actual figures that you're putting in?
The actual figure that ends up for them, this is it. That figure can change because the agreement with the fire department is 84 cents on 1,000.
Yeah, I know.
That's the way it stands today.
I just wanted to do it a little bit higher than
It could possibly go down. If a couple houses burn up tonight or get blown down, the possibility that it could go down, but it probably won't. Anyone else?
I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartranft,
Yes.
Counselor Conley,
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood,
Yes.
Counselor Sprague,
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood.
Yes. Okay, public hearing number 2 is on special districts. We'll call the meeting to order and dispense with roll call. Open the floor for public comment. I guess there's none.
Make a motion to close.
Second it.
Counselor Hartranft,
Yes.
Counselor Conley,
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood,
Yes.
Counselor Sprague,
Yes.
and Supervisor Lockwood.
Yes. Public hearing number 3, the preliminary budget for 2004. We'll call the meeting to order to dispense with roll call. We'll open the floor for public comment.
question I have, is anybody aware that there might have been people who intended on coming down here and couldn't make it because of the weather?
Somebody like,
I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
Mr. Hartranft.
Yes.
Mr. Conley.
Yes.
Mrs. Blackwood.
Yes.
Mr. Gray.
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard.
yes. We'll go into our regular meeting. Call the meeting to order, dispense with roll call, announcements, and communications. Town offices will be closed November 27th and 28th for Thanksgiving. It's only one meeting here. We'll go into committee reports. The assessor. He's had 2 pages.
Town received their administrative state aid for STAR of $23.95, and still doing photos when I can of improved parcels. It's an ongoing thing probably for the next 5 years. I put that in as a filler in the monthly report, and I'm trying to finish up my building permits for the new construction this year. Hope to have them done before the snow gets too deep. And hopefully this is the last year that I go in for some kind of surgery in October, so that's about it.
Do we have one from the building inspection?
Yes, I have it. For November 13th from Don Ryan. Building permits, accessory buildings 5, $852 collected. Additions 1, $30 collected, total of $882. Inspections, building code 24, zoning 10, for a total of 34. Certificate of occupancy is 2, certificate of compliance is 1.
Dog control?
I have the dog control for the month of October 2003. 25 calls received, 12 dogs housed, 10 dogs at the kennel, 2 dogs euthanized, 4 dogs reported lost, 250 total miles traveled this month, 65 appearance tickets issued. He had to unplug the septic, and he's starting the dog enumeration, and that's by Edward Smith, Valley Control Officer.
Highway?
Expenses for October 2003. Supplies and maintenance, $28,262.04. Payroll, $20,065.67. A total of $48,327.71. Payroll hours as follows: 526 on machinery repairs, 182 hours on tree work, 32 hours on paving, 110 hours on mowing, 240 hours on hauling, 40 hours on sign and guide rail work, 20 hours on drainage and culvert work, for a total of 1,150 hours. For the month of October, we used 260 gallons of gas, 1,582 gallons of diesel fuel. At this time, we have 5 tandem axle trucks ready to plow and 1 pickup. And it looks like we get a chance to use them tonight.
Historian?
This past month, along with the normal duties, I have been occupied with the research of the Kellogg, Garrison, Middlecombe, Bakeman, and the Barrett families. From the Barrett family, I've learned that an offspring of Morrison Barrett named Luther Graves Barrett, who lived on the Silk Road at the present-day site of Lloyd Boyce, he had a brother who lived where the Irving Clark farm was. Well, anyhow, he went west in 1852 to Wisconsin, then to Minnesota, and later became a famous Indian fighter in the Sioux Uprising, capturing Little Crow, and also later ending up near Billings, Montana, and started and resided in a town named after him, which was Barat, Montana. There's a couple of books written about this man, and it's unbelievable the things that he did, you know. I think he got his start, like a lot of us here in the town of Volney. Also, I have uncovered, so to speak, a minister's lot in Volney Center Cemetery, and that's resulting in finding a burial of a missing reverend. The family had been looking for him for a long time, wondered where he was at, and he was buried here. At that time, it was known as the Bristol Hill Cemetery. The church operated the cemetery, and this was in 1837. And the man died at the age of 55. And in the same cemetery, I'm working on proving that a burial of a 70-year-old man in 1819 should be, he should be recognized as a Revolutionary War veteran. And anybody that had, you know, middle 20s, 30s age and older at that time, there's almost a 95% possibility of them being a Revolutionary War soldier. And he may be one, and I'm trying to prove it and find it out. Thank you.
Planning?
The planning board held its monthly meeting on November 5th at 7 p.m. They received one application for review. Mr. David Arduini has applied for a major subdivision located on County Route 45. The planning board has requested that Mr. Arduini to have his survey map updated depicting the property lines. It is expected the review process will continue at our next monthly meeting, which will be held on 12/3 of this year. That's respectfully submitted by Chairman Kelvin Kyle.
Recreation?
I have that. Recreation report, last month's trip to Godfrey's Last Stand for a day ride to pick a pumpkin was canceled due to rain. This month, the movie is scheduled for Wednesday, November 19th at 6:40 p.m. at the Oswego Cinema. It is called Looney Tunes Back in Action and is rated PG. A sign-up sheet is in the town hall foyer and is limited to 40 people. Thank you, Karen A. Kyle.
Town clerk?
Certified copies and minor sales netted us $389.75. Game of Chance license, $10. Bingo license and proceeds, $240.81. Dog licenses, $369.60. Building permit and home occupations, $1,242. Sold 2 zoning books for $20. We made 16 phone calls and sent 20 cards for delinquent dogs. The total revenue was $2,781.06. We paid out $508.90. The total town income was $2,272.16.
Zoning?
No, we don't have a zoning. Somebody might, maybe Jim can.
They met last night, and all members were present, and they really didn't have anything on the agenda, so they discussed how they handle their meetings and how they handle public hearings and stuff. I thought it was a good discussion.
Any old business?
Dennis, one question I've got under the upcoming meetings, we're showing the zoning update meeting to be Wednesday, November 19th. And I thought that we had it scheduled for a Monday this time around, either the 17th
No,
or
the Monday was our last meeting.
That's right.
the zoning update.
No, but
I'm talking
the last,
zoning,
the
I'm
last
talking,
one in December is the 29th, which is Monday.
Right,
And we talked about court and all that, we said it'd be okay. But the zoning update is the 19th,
for this one?
a Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't make that one. My son's been in New Zealand for the last 3 months, and he's finally coming back, and that's next Wednesday, and I gotta pick him up in Buffalo, so I apologize for that one.
You can change it.
I can't change my son's day.
No.
It's very costly
It's
changing
not
them
this
airline.
long.
But I thought it was on a Monday, I apologize. And in fact, I think I told the ZBA last night that I thought it was on a Monday.
24th.
Yeah. Would anybody want to consider possibly having it on the 24th or this?
I don't have a problem.
I would try to make it a point to contact people
Change it to
myself.
24th as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. My son appreciates it too.
That's what I like of it.
Okay, I would appreciate it if we could do that. 'Cause I
Change it
definitely
to
want
the
to be there.
24th, okay.
Thank you.
Anything under new business? Okay, we'll go into our petitions. Resolutions, I can see. I don't think anybody here has a petition tonight. Yep.
Resolution 104, approval of minutes. Move to approve the town board meeting minutes of October 9, 2003, having been previously distributed to the board for their review without reading them aloud.
Second.
Counselor Hartwell?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-0.
Resolution 105, transfer of funds. Move to authorize supervisor to instruct the bookkeeper to transfer the following funds from Park Savings Account 229561454 to account A7140.4 Playground Recreation Contractual $6,000. From A1990.4 contingency of A1910.4 Municipal Association dues $1. From A8015.2 Code Enforcement Equipment to A8015.4 Code Enforcement Contractual of $1,500.
I'll second that.
Counselor Hartwell?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-0.
That's me. Resolution 106, payment of vouchers. Move to authorize the supervisor to instruct the bookkeeper to pay the following vouchers from the appropriate accounts. Vouchers 273 through 300, general fund in the amount of $66,900.59. Vouchers 205 through 214, highway fund in the amount of $28,262.04. Vouchers 14 through 16, Seneca Hills Sewer in the amount of $214.38. Voucher 14, Swiggle Healthcare Water in the amount of $66.62, as shown on the abstracts number 11 for November. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartwell?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-0.
Resolution number 107, accepting sealed bids for fuel. Move to accept the sealed bid from Babcock Oil Company Incorporated at number 2 low sulfur diesel fuel and number 1 low sulfur diesel fuel and unleaded gasoline. Babcock Oil was the only bid received. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartwell?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-0.
Resolution 108, advertise for planning board opening. Move to authorize the town clerk to advertise for a 5-year position on the planning board, term to begin 1/1 of 2004 and end 12/31 of 2008. I'll move it.
I'll second that.
Counselor Hartwell?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-0.
Resolution 109, accepting resignation of Greg Hartraff. Move to accept the resignation of Greg Hartraff from the Assessment Board of Review. I'll move it.
Second it.
Counselor Conley?
No. I think he does a good job. I don't think he should resign. I understand that there's a reason for it, but it's a shame, in my opinion.
Counselor Lockwood? Yes. Counselor Sprague? Yes. Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Appreciate that. Resolution 110, advertise for position on assessment board. Move to authorize the town clerk to advertise for a 4-year position on the assessment board of review, vacated by the resignation of Gregory Hartrath, term to expire 9/30 of 2007. I'll move it.
I'll second that.
Would that be a 3-year?
Fulfill the 4-year term. Really on 3 years left.
He's only been on for 3 years.
Oh, I
Or
thought
1 year,
he's been on 1 year.
so it's...
Was it a 4-year or 3-year term?
Not sure they're always staggered, and
I think
you have to look and see what this.
the last one is on the 08, so he would be 07. So,
Okay. Didn't mean to bring it up.
just have to keep them straight, that's all. Counselor Hartrath?
Yes.
Counselor Conlon?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Okay, the motion is carried 5-2.
Resolution 2003-111, fireman's contract for 2004. Move to accept the volunteer fireman's contract for 2004 as printed in the 2004 budget.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartrath?
Yes.
Counselor Conlon?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-2.
Resolution 2003-112, adopt special district budget for 2004. Move to adopt the special district budget for 2004 for Water District 1, Seneca Hill, Water District Number 2, Maple Ave, Glen, Water District 3, Owens Road, Water District 4, East River Road, Water District 5, Oswego Healthcare Campus, and Water District 6, Oswego Healthcare Extension, Bundyville, as printed in 2004 budget.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartrath?
Yes.
Counselor Conlon?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-2.
Resolution 2003-113, adopt preliminary budget 2004. Move to adopt the general and highway preliminary budget for 2004. The preliminary budget, when adopted, becomes the final budget. I'll move it.
I'll second it, and I got a comment. Does anybody else have any comments on this before we vote on it? I'd just like to say, I think it's a good budget. I think it's a very good budget, but it is disappointing, and you know, I guess we got to assume everybody's happy with it, that there's so little public input on this budget, and, you know, we have a hearing. It's just a shame that more people don't come to a hearing like this, because if there's ever a time I would think you'd want to be at a town board meeting, it's probably when we approve our budget for the upcoming year. So we did ask if anybody knew of people who expected to come here and couldn't make it because of the weather, so I guess we're going to simply assume that there's no public comment.
Counselor Hartrath?
Yes.
Counselor Conlon?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Okay, the motion is carried 5-2.
Resolution 2003-114, street light on intersection of Howard Road and County Route 57. Move to place a street light at the intersection of Howard Road and County Route 57. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartrath?
Yes.
Counselor Conlon?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Sprague?
Yes.
Supervisor Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion is carried 5-2.
Okay, public comment. Yes, Bill.
Well, this comes back to the governors anyways, but when I was out walking around, I only got in here just to give people a choice, but a lot of people are just satisfied, they just give up on the system, don't do no good. You know, it's been proven by the county and what they've done. Everybody's had a great amount of money to spend. Anybody can be a leader when they have money coming in. They can't, it takes somebody else to be a good leader when the money's tight. We have very few of them, and people are very discouraged. They don't even want to vote anymore. They're just sick of the system. A lot of people were surprised that I even an attempt to try to run. Why waste your time, you know? But hey, I'm always up for a good try, you know. I mean, what the hell? One thing that when I see in the newspapers there and some of the comments made, you know, that when you're always trying to justify yourself, you always try to go for as somebody with a higher budget, like in the paper, somebody was saying that, well, our budget is lower than the school tax. Hey, if you equalize the amount of employees you have for a town and equalize the school district, you would find out that our budget's gone double of what the school district raise has been in the last 4 years. Just figure it out. So they have a big budget, but they do a lot more than the town does. They have a lot more employees, they got more responsibilities.
Well, bigger salaries too, Bill.
Yeah. I just came back, I was down in Missouri for 2 weeks, just come back from Missouri. And I did a lot of talking on down there with people, and my house, this house is about 65 grand, so that's the one I use for a subject. And I was surprised to find out that the places that I went, they were assessed for all the property taxes for the school and for the town and the city was $300 on a $65,000 house. That's with a 7% sales tax. And 70% of that was school, goes to the school. And how did they do that down here? And they said, we don't know, but that's what we live with.
How much snow do they plow down there?
Huh?
How much snow do they plow down there?
They don't do much plowing of snow, but they do a hell of a lot of ice with the ice. They have different problems than we have. The ice is terrible down there. And, but it's when you try to compare yourself with other people's budgets, they have their problems, we have our problems. But it's hard to when you equalize it all, you'll find out that you people are doing more increases than they are. But another thing, another thing I see in the paper is about this team concept. And this teams is always a winner and a loser. And the people, they seem to be losing. In the teams, everybody, the ones that are winning on, well, we're a team because there's no I in team. But you gotta remember, there's a me in team, and me. You know, and that's all what these budgets are about. It's me, 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 me.
Anyone else?
Dennis, you did some research on that. You want to, I mean, you might as well put into the public record the research that you did do.
Okay. Back in 1996, that's when I took office. And granted, probably, I didn't make out that budget, or have nothing to do with it. But what the money that needed to be raised by taxes was $262,895. That was the amount that had to be raised by taxes. In 1997, the amount to be raised by taxes was $279,322. In 2004, what we're asking to raise for taxes is $166,786. So what we're asking the taxpayers for is a lot less than what you were asking for 7, 8 years ago. And I also took the time to look up the highway one. In 1996, to be raised by taxes for the highway department was $661,534. In 1997, it dropped some. It went to $636,606. The one we're asking for 2004 is $482,801. That's a reduction of $153,000. The actual increase for the highway department, because we've had extra income and we have had the sales tax come in, the actual total increase over a 7-year period for our highway department has been $14,246. And believe me, that doesn't even cover the cost of the medical insurance that's increased on them. So I really feel we have done a good job of trying to keep this budget in line. And we are showing, yes, we have a few more dollars to spend, but we're spending it on the buildings. We're not wasting it, you know? We're trying to upgrade some equipment, keep new stuff here, newer stuff here. Because the stuff we had was breaking down. I guess I've said enough probably. Okay, future meetings?
Counterpoint.
Was one,
Counterpoint.
Okay, yes.
I'll go get the papers, but if you realize after Mills was paid back, we've enjoyed, for this year, I guess about $109,000 in sales tax revenue projected to get in for highway in the general budget, that we didn't have 5 years ago. And,
We mean you didn't have
years
a price, well,
before that, we got, we did a reval of the properties the last 4 years that they didn't do before. All the taxes were on the businesses.
and where are they going?
Huh?
And where are they going?
They're going.
yeah, but also at that time, the assessment value of Miller's and Owens, Illinois was open at that point, and I believe virtually every industry had a much higher assessment value at that
Assessed
point.
at 7.5% or something,
Right.
instead of 5.
Now the assessment on all those industries have gone way down, and yet we've still been able to keep the amount that we had to raise in taxes much lower. And I just want to mention that I think it is good to have opposition, and Bill did run, and I think it was good that he did run, and I think he got kind of shafted on his placement on the voting booth, to be honest with you. I don't think that was right. And, I mean, I guess it's the way it laid out, but I think that was wrong, Bill. I think, people had a hell of a time just finding you on there, and, that wasn't right, so.
Okay, future meetings? November 19th will be our next zoning update meeting. That's getting changed.
That's getting changed to 24th.
24th. December 3rd is our next planning board meeting. December 9th will be our next bill signing and agenda preparation, and that's at 6:30 p.m. December 10th will be the zoning board at 7 p.m. December 11th will be our next town board meeting at 7 p.m. December 29th will be our last bill signing session, and that will also be a meeting as well, because to pay off the final bills for the year.
Make a motion that we adjourn?
I'll second it.
Mr. Hartranft.
Yes.
Mr. Conley.
Yes.
Mr. Lockwood.
Yes.
Mr. Sprague.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.